Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Sir JR ng Usap Usap University. Mga ka-U3 sa ating episode po. Ngayon pong araw, it is a very special episode once again because this is kind of like a far topic from what we used to do here in Usap Usap University. This time, we'll be looking at a very promising Filipino-made role-playing game, and currently, this is still in progress. Ang game na ito, gawa ng Pinoy, at they are set to release this, they said, next year in 2020. At for me, I have seen the visuals, I have seen the notifications sa aking Facebook, kaya I decided na dapat hindi ito pwedeng palampasin dahil, of course, here in Usap Usap University, we promote Philippine ingenuity, Filipino creativity. So, pakita po natin ang isa pong news feature po ng Scout. According po sa Scout, sinasabi dito na ang Balete City RPG wants to show Philippine mythology beyond aswangs. So as we know po, mga ka-U3, marami tayong mitolohiya sa Pilipinas at ito nga po ay parte ng Philippine tradition katulad ng mga kapre, mga manananggal, mga duwende at iba pa, mga aswang. At ang game nga po ng Balete City, ito ang kanilang gustong i-promote ang uniqueness ng Filipino mythology. At yung game na ito, makikita po nito yung mga sample po ng mga images po mula sa actual game, mga characters nila. So, actually, this face reminds me of Kerrigan from StarCraft, one of my favorite RPG games of all time. You know, ang Kerrigan ng StarCraft. But this is a very beautiful woman, of course. It kind of looks like a mythological creature dahil meron siyang parang horns na parang branches ng trees. And she has, pointy ears. But this is just one of the many characters I would, of course, assume for this game, Balete City RPG. At later on po mga ka-U3, we'll try to have a look at one of the videos that they posted, especially about yung actual gameplay ng game nila. But to proceed further here, of course, I highlighted some important phrases here because this is more like a feature interview. So sa article to ng Scout, they featured the creative designer Niley Bacolcol, and he wants to tell this story of ancient mythology through Balete City. So it's a fantasy role-playing game. Sinasabi din dito na ang Balete City started out as a graphic novel on Philippine mythology, but Bacolcol saw the promise and reach of RPG as a medium to showcase the opulence of Philippine mythology. So makita po natin ang passion ni Mr. Bacolcol dito. He says that there's a certain opulence, there is a certain high class with Philippine mythology, and in some ways he is trying to showcase this through the RPG itself. But like what we discovered po mga ka-U3, this is actually based on a graphic novel. So it's not easy to create a game like Balete City, but Niley is determined to complete it and share it to the world soon. So sinasabi niya dito na I believe nobody can make Balete City and tell Aki's story the way Filipinos can. If anyone's going to showcase our culture, it might as well be us. So, like sharing a Filipino story through a Filipino himself, yun ang sinasabi ni Niley dito. Makikita po natin mga ka-U3, isa pong snippet po ng gameplay ng actual na game po ng Balete City. You can see some mountains here, like a highway as well. Some electric posts on the right side, so it looks great. I think first of all, in this, just for the couple of photos that I can see here, it's quite visually stunning, really. So it reminds us, of course, it gives us relatability as Filipinos. About sa ating bida ngayon pong episode na ito, dahil sa Balete City, it's Niley Bacolcol. He is a 27-year-old creative designer sa UAE for the past several years. So, nung tinanong siya, what drew you to Philippine legends, he said that he discovered the world of spirits and mga diwata, of course, yung mga fairy, right? So, when he was doing undergraduate thesis sa Tiboli tribe, he was working on the Tiboli tribe's belief system and paano niya daw i-integrate ito sa mga buhay natin. So, dito, isang namang photo po, mga ka-U3. ng isang character. This is Mangkik, a tree spirit from Ilocos Norte. It really looks cool, you know. Now, I mentioned to you na sinabi sa scout article na ito na his main inspiration is the Tiboli tribe. As sa mga kayu-3 na mga fans po natin, a little known fact, I am from South Cotabato. At ang Tiboli po ay isa pong tribo sa South Cotabato. They have very rich culture. In fact, yung kanilang clothing, yung tinala clothing that I featured on the previous episode on textile na na-mention ko po sa inyo sa Museum of Philippine Social History, na kung saan tayo po ay naimbitahan na mag-cover. Nakita po doon yung tinalak, which is a clothing na ginamit ni Keiichiro na gray sa kanyang Miss Universe na stint. Yung clothing niya is actually a Tiboli clothing. So it's a very rich, it has a very rich culture po sa Southern Philippines. Okay, so ito din po nakakatuwa na this was also the inspiration of Niley sa kanyang Balete City game na kanyang ginawa. So to move further here, he mentioned that he came across the works of local comic artists such as Kyle Molos Agla and Mervin Malonzo's Tabipo. So yun ang mga naging inspiration niya. And to move further here in this article, so tinanong siya what pushed him to turn Balete City into a video game. So he said na hindi man daw siya avid gamer, pero naging fan siya ng video games for a very long time. So sabi niya na he loved watching gameplays of games like God of War, Witcher, and these games are heavily based on a certain culture. So dito naman po mga kayu-3, isa po sa mga characters dito, napakagandang babae, para siyang fairy of course, but this is Lucky, a bipedal creature in Bicolano folklore who has a knack for scaring people at night with its shrill voice. Okay, take note, the word used is it's, so I'm saying na hindi, wala itong particular gender. So if some of our friends from Balete City can correct this information, so please do, because the word here is it's shrill voice, so hindi natin alam kung anong gender. So I'm guessing na wala, genderless yung character na ito. But please, if I made a mistake, please do correct me. Now, so sabi niya na Niley na what if a game like this is based on Philippine culture? So ito yung kanyang naging challenge nga po. Sinabi din dito, tinanong siya, did you see video games as a better medium to tell this story? Sabi niya naman na hindi sinasabing better ang paggawa ng game sa pag-promote ng story. Ang sabi niya lang dito though is to promote and to reintroduce cultural beliefs and mythology para sa mga younger na generations, and of course to a global crowd. Okay, so right now sinasabi ng inside quote dito na Balete City now is a crowd-sourced initiative that aims to collaborate with local groups to promote, educate, and preserve our fading or forgotten roots. Very, very noble purpose mga kayu-3. Sa totoo lang po, I mean, my brother also is in touch with mythology, and he had this idea, of course, of promoting it through graphic novels. And it's interesting that this kind of idea already came into fruition through this Balete City promising game. It incorporates and introduces old Philippine traditions and practices sa isang modern na platform katulad po ng isang RPG or role-playing game. Sinasabi din dito, the story actually for this game is, it's the role of Aki. So sa story na ito, si Aki, kinakailangan niya pumunta ng Balete High for senior high school para mahanap yung mga clue sa pagkamatay ng kanyang kuya. And then doon sa Balete High, may meet niya ang mga characters nga na tutulong sa kanya sa mga anomalya, sa mga misteryong nagaganap sa loob ng paaralan. At later on, according to this article, he will discover na siya sa mga last na asog. Asog is a babaylan in training, and his main objective is to attain the full powers of a babaylan. So mga kayu-3, there is a video here of course posted, so I think it's just correct na dapat nating panoorin, and then let's try to have some first impressions on this environment test. So let's take this on and we will be watching this video. I hope you can see it here in your screen right now. Sabay-sabay nating panoorin mga kayo 3. Okay? So tumatakbo ang aking character na ito. So I'm guessing this is Aki. Ang kanyang mga kamay ay may itim. So what is up here? Anong meron? Pero merong magandang design ng kanyang clothing here. Parang may local na flavor sa design, right? Okay, he's jumping. Okay, naglalakad. So this is an attack test fight at environment test. So you can revolve 360 just like in any other role-playing game, mga kayo 3. Very good visual so far. May mga parang mga firefly ako nakikita at syempre very reminiscent of Philippine rule. Oh, okay. There's a monster there. Bang! Ooh. Kill it. Okay. Konti na lang. Ayun. Oh. Ayun. So, nalusaw. Aha. It evaporated. So, it's like a fire? Fire, no? Apoy na sinashot niya from malayo. Okay. Okay, so that's the melee attack. Patayang kalaban, and meron parang of course sound and coins. On the left side, I can see baybayin letters. Interesting then on the lower left side, gamitin ang LT upang magsiyasat. So I'm guessing the instructions are in Filipino. So he's running. Okay. The music also it sounds really good. Suabe lang. And then may mga nakita akong bamboo. Mga kasagingan. Where are the other opponents? Okay, tumatakbo yung bida natin dito. Okay, so I think what he's trying to do here is showing to us yung whole na side ng riverbank. Okay, may mapa. Okay, now it's more clear now. Parang lawn. Okay, may mga puno. This is now in a city setting. Jimbong. Who is Jimbong? Okay, it's a ranged attack sa monster. Mamangkik, di ba? Mamangkik daw eh. Yung name ng tree character. Okay, so he's attacking at close range combat. Oh. Can you kill that? Ang ganda ng rendering ng 3D. Oh. Oh, dying up. No! Okay. Tatlo na yung kalaban niya dito. Go. So spread attack ito, no? Is it? Yeah, it is a spread attack. Motion ng point. Okay, heavy action here. At namatay ang lahat. At may mga coins siyang nakuha. Point on the right side. Very good rendering of the environment here. Ang air conditioner. Okay. All right. That was a good game. Yun pa lang po ay test pa lang nga po ng Balete City. Very promising. I like it so far. At well, just to finish off, of course, here in this article, yung gameplay nga, si Aki, kinakailangan niyang mapili bilang isang spirit companion, and he has to learn to make some potions, mga local herbs, and then he also needs to learn some symbols, mga text, mga seal, okay, at paano gamitin yung mga ito, and he has to combine this to summon spirits from other realms. So I can see here on this screen, paglalakbay, baratakan, pugot na ulo, sundan ang daan. He is, Niley is incorporating really good phrases here from our ancient texts and mythology. So I like this so far. Okay. Orasyon, layunin, mapa, halimaw, sangkap, tala-arawan. Tala-arawan's like, says here, tala-arawan is a diary, like a journal. And nakita natin yung design, Magindanaon, Tiboli, Maranao. I would say this is heavily influenced by Southern Philippines culture, especially in Mindanao culture. So this is really interesting for me. I wonder what is the background of Niley. Is he a Filipino from Southern Philippines? So I don't know exactly, but for me as a Filipino from the Southern Philippines, I'm glad that the cultures in Mindanao are represented sa game na ito. Of course, Magindanaon from Maguindanao Province, Tiboli from South Cotabato Province, Maranao, of course, is from Lanao del Sur Province. Okay, so let's go down here. There will be battles according to him of native Filipino tools, new tech, it's actual game, and the whole game will be like a semi-open world inventory system, character progression, quest system, companion system, and craft system. When he was asked if he thinks that Filipino mythology is underrated, sabi niya, it is very underrated. Sabi niya dito na sa research ni Carl Gaverza, it says here na may mga files on divinity and mythological creatures at it's around 1,000 individual beings from different groups sa Pilipinas. So napakarami. Napakarami tayong material na pwedeng ang makunan for stories and mythology sa Pilipinas. At sinasabi niya nga na yung media natin, yung surface lang yung nakakover ng mitolohiya nga ng Pilipinas, at yun yung goal ng Balete City. So, lastly, for the question of how can we support this initiative, sinasabi din dito ni Niley na they are currently crowdsourcing, and nung pag-reveal nila ng project, meron ng pag-akyat from dalawa lang na Patreon sa Patreon account nila ngayon na sa 29 na. So, this is really promising mga ka-U3. Very beautiful artwork too, This one is, of course, Ek, a bird-like creature who search for their victims at night. Very, very interesting rendering of a character here. Slender person, okay? At sabi din ni Niley na he is happy to share with their call for volunteers and contributors for this project. So, marami silang mga email na po mga ka-U3 na na-receive from volunteers for iba't ibang roles and game development, even sa marketing and research. At to be honest with you, mga ka-U3, this is one way of supporting Filipino craftsmanship. We'll use craftsmanship or creativity. Kaya nga finiture po natin siya dito sa Usap Usap University, coming from an RPG fan like myself. So sinasabi din dito is first beta testing daw po. They're hoping to have something ready for testing as early as next year. So let's keep our fingers crossed. So, it was a long discussion about this very important RPG, mga ka-U3. Ano po ang inyong opinion sa Balete City? I would say it's very promising on what we saw sa video. Yung test pa lang yun, mga ka-U3. Partida pa yun. Okay? So, here is our U3 question. Ano po ang masasabi ninyo sa Balete City? Sa palagay niyo po, kaya po ba nating makipagsabayan sa foreign game creators? At mga ka-U3, ano ang inyong opinion kung sa nakita po natin? Do you find it visually stunning? Ano po ang inyong opinion sa possible gameplay na na-mention nga ni Niley in a nutshell? So, comment lang po kayo mga ka-U3 sa inyong masasabi sa napaka-interesanting RPG game na ito. At to be honest with you, as a Filipino myself, of course, ako ay nagwi-wish na mas marami pang mga ganitong uri ng quality na RPG ang pwede nating ma-produce from the Philippines, from our homegrown talents, dahil sad to say, ang dami nating mga talento na ina-outsource, na-arbor tayo ng ibang bansa, naging animators, creators tayo from other large game companies. Kaya sana dapat supportan natin yung gawang Pinoy at Pinoy din na mga storylines dahil napaka-interesante. At to note, more than 1,000 na mga files nga po ang nakalap po ng ating mga researchers. So napakalaki ng potential at ng source material natin for a good, unique Filipino story. Kaya mga ka-U3, salamat po sa panonood. Let us support, I highly recommend supporting this endeavor by our kababayan na si Niley Bacolcol. So Niley, thank you for sharing to us your talent, and I hope na dumami pa yung mga Patreon supporters mo sa Patreon account. And I will be sharing this link in the description po to promote Balete City more at para matulungan din sa pag-develop ng game pa for hopefully for its release next year. Kaya mga ka-U3, maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. I'll see you guys next time on our next video at mabuhay po ang Pilipinas. Mga ka-U3, if nagustuhan ninyo yung aming episode ngayon patungkol po sa Balete City at ang pag-feature po ng Philippine mythology, na kung kaya nga po nating mag-feature ng Norse mythology sa isang popular na TV sitcom. So, siguro naman, with a lot of files that we have for Philippine myths, kaya din nating i-promote yan through other medium like graphic novels or video games like Balete City. So, if you like this video and if you highly support Philippine creativity and Philippine gaming industry, please click thumbs up. That means a lot for me and for them as well. Don't forget also to click subscribe there sa baba para po makareceive po kayo ng daily updates po, because this channel, Usap Usap University, is a daily show. Kaya mga ka-U3, maraming salamat po. See you on our next episode. Paalam po.